In the ancient Nigerian kingdom of Ayamfe, where red earth met tall Iroko trees and talking drums carried news faster than the wind, King Adeyoba ruled with wisdom but a heavy heart. His only child, Princess Morenike, had come of age. She was loved by the people, gentle in speech, firm in truth, and brave enough to walk among commoners without guards. Yet the king feared one thing more than war or famine: choosing the wrong husband for her. He had seen kingdoms fall because of greedy princes. So, one morning, as the sun rose like molten gold, the royal gong sounded across Ayamfe. A proclamation followed. Not by wealth alone, nor by strength alone, but by the measure of his heart. The kingdom shook with excitement. Princes arrived from distant lands, riding horses adorned with coral beads. Chiefs' sons came draped in silk, their laughter loud and confident. Warriors sharpened their swords. Merchants polished their gold. And then, almost unnoticed, came Kola. He was a poor orphan boy from the edge of the village. He lived in a mud house with a leaking roof and earned his living mending fishing nets and carrying firewood for elders. His clothes were clean but worn. His feet were bare. People laughed when they saw him. "Is hunger now competing for the princess?" someone mocked. Kola said nothing. He only tightened the small leather pouch at his waist, his late mother's only gift, and stepped forward. Princess Morenike noticed him. She did not laugh. The first trial, strength. The first test was held in the village square. Contestants were to lift a sacred stone, one said to respond only to true strength. Strong men roared and strained. Some lifted it briefly only to drop it with shame. Others failed completely. When it was Kola's turn, the crowd laughed again. But as he touched the stone, he whispered something, perhaps a prayer, perhaps a memory of years of hardship. He lifted it slowly, not high, but steadily, and placed it down with care. The elders nodded. Strength, they saw, was not only muscle. The second trial, wealth. Contestants were asked to present what they would offer the princess. Gold chests were opened, cows were paraded, lands were promised. When it was Kola's turn, murmurs filled the air. He opened his pouch. Inside was a small wooden flute, cracked with age. Gasps followed. Laughter erupted. "This is an insult," someone shouted. Kola bowed. "This flute," he said softly, "belonged to my mother. When I had nothing, she played it to remind me that hope still breathes. I own no gold, but I know how to build a life from nothing." The king raised his hand. Silence returned. The third trial, wisdom. The king asked one question. "If my daughter loses everything tomorrow, wealth, beauty, and crown, what remains?" The princes spoke of rebuilding kingdoms, warriors spoke of revenge, merchants spoke of profit. Kola paused. "What remains," he said, voice trembling, "is her humanity, and that is what I will protect, even if the world turns our backs on us." The princess felt tears sting her eyes. The final trial, truth of the heart. That night, each contestant was secretly observed. Some bribed guards, some mocked villagers, some spoke cruelly of the princess when they thought no one listened. Kola was found sharing his meal with an old blind man at the market gate. When asked why, he replied, "Because hunger does not wait for crowns." At dawn, the talking drums called the people together. King Adeyoba stood, his staff heavy in his hand.
"Today, a husband is chosen, not by noise, not by gold, but by truth. The boy.
He turned to Kola. The boy you laughed at has shown strength without pride, wealth without gold, wisdom without schooling, and love without condition. The crowd fell silent. Princess Morenike stepped forward. She removed her royal beads and placed them around Kola's neck. I choose the man who saw me as human before seeing me as a crown. Tears flowed, some in shame, some in joy. And so the poor boy no one expected became the prince who changed Ayamfe forever. They say that years later, when famine came, the kingdom survived, not because of gold, but because the king once chose a man who understood hunger.